Ready, Woolen and Able is definitely a Warner Brothers cartoon that I quite enjoyed. I also really like the title of this. This is, of course, a Ralph Wolf and Sam Sheepdog cartoon. It was released originally in 1960, directed by Chuck Jones, written by Michael Maltese. And we have Mel Blanc voicing Ralph Wolf and Sam Sheepdog. And the setup is the same as it always is. Ralph Wolf wants to capture the sheep, eat the sheep. Sam Sheepdog is being a very good sheepdog and making sure that Ralph Wolf doesn't get his hands on the sheep. Well, he does at least on one occasion get his hands on a sheep, but he doesn't necessarily get to hold on to them for very long. And I will discuss a couple of specific things that I liked in a moment with spoiler warnings, but just to kind of sum up, as expected with these cartoons, the pacing is very good. It's got a really great mix of, different things to look at, different props that Ralph interacts with. I feel like the sound effects are great. The timing is spot on. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Very well animated. So, a few specific things that stood out to me as things that I particularly liked. These are, of course, tiny spoilers, as I'm going to discuss a few key things. And the first time I kind of went, yep, this is a really good cartoon, is when Ralph Wolf stepped on the rake. I could feel it. I could feel the pain of stepping on that rake, and just how that little bit kind of developed and what happened with the sheep. I thought that was very effective. I love the springs. I love the sound effects of the springs. I love the way they were animated. I thought that was particularly effective and something that was done very well. And I also loved the animation when Ralph Wolf was diving through the sky, and just how that entire sequence played out, but also just the moment where he leapt off of Sam Sheepdog's head and everything just kind of stopped and then moved upwards. Kind of the same effect as, when you've got two people skydiving and one of them's got the video camera and it looks like the other person goes into the air, but they're not. It's because the other person's still free falling. It's kind of that sensation, and I thought it was very effectively done. And the final shot of Ralph, which I won't completely spoil, but the final shot I thought was very well animated, very well framed, and it just amused me a lot. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if this is my favourite Ralph Wolf and Sam Sheepdog cartoon. There are a couple of contenders for them. I do just have a really big soft spot for these cartoons and these characters in particular. I just love the dynamic. I love the way they work together. And I had a lot of fun with it. If you're a fan of Ralph Wolf and Sam Sheepdog and you haven't seen Ready, Woolen and Able, I'm pretty confident you'll love it. But if you're just a fan of fun cartoons in general, it's definitely one that's worth checking out.